Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and we got another report on another internal investigation that was sustained, and as you see here by the name, this is Robert Tuck. This is the one that illegally looked me up. I'm the founder of COPWATCH here in Charlotte County, 37 million views, 35,000 subscribers, 2 million views a month. And apparently he didn't like that, so he illegally looked me up, and you know, that's not to bring me flowers. So we're starting to investigate him back, and we heard about this one, and I think I mentioned you guys too. This is how bad this guy is. For me to get his personnel file and all of his IA reports, they want to charge $300. Supposedly for redactions. We've heard from an ACLU lawyer that's bullcrap. They're not supposed to charge for redactions, but it's so corrupt here. As you just might have seen and might not have heard, they just fired 2 more for corruption. You know, but the sad part too is with firing 2 more for the corruption, you know what sucks, man? This is all a scam. You know, yeah, we fired them. Guess what? You didn't charge her with nothing, so now they can still get a job somewhere else. So it's a freaking joke. You're even going to see in this report, and I can't do it all because it's freaking huge, 133 pages. In this, we got a tip on this one. Supposedly, he used to work for the Charlotte County Sheriff Correction Jail, and he was busted for getting into a fight and for doing steroids, and it was sustained. He was busted. He lied about it. He committed perjury. And the report is 133 pages, man. This is, oh my God, this is nuts. And this is how the scam worked. I read through it, and I'm going to try to, blast through it with you guys. I can't do it all. I'm going to put a link in here. It's going to be on a Google Drive so you guys can download it and look at it. But it is so corrupt here. It's just freaking it makes you want to vomit on your keyboard. It is sad. So the quick story before I start getting into it here is he was busted for all of that, and the way that he got rehired, like I said, he worked for the jail, and before they could punish him for what he got busted here, he quit, and then guess what? Charlotte County Sheriff hired him. So he went from the jail, he quit because he got busted, and then Charlotte County Sheriff said, man, you're a dirty piece of crap. You'd fit right in over at the Charlotte County Sheriff's office. Come on over here. And they hired him. Oh my God. Wow. And like I said, this is just, you already, you'll see on my channel, I did another one of his internal investigations where, he was accused, he's stalking one of his victims that he busted. And then now we got this one. How many more are there? This is, woo! That's why one of the lawyers in town that knows this guy heard that he looked me up. That's when he literally contacted every single news source out there to let him know to, possibly save my life, because this guy is nuts. So here it is. This is the IA report. Robert Tuck. This happened 6/6/2011, or actually no, it was 2006. So we're gonna crank through it. IA type. Okay, here. Yeah, allegations sufficient, sustained. There you go, right there. Supported by sufficient evidence to believe the incident, complaint, or recurred, recommends appropriate disciplinary actions. Okay, so there you go. He was busted. Allegations supported by sufficient. Okay, there's another one. Sustained. The allegation is supported by sufficient evidence to believe the incident, complaint, occurred. Recommendation for appropriate discipline. This is when Cameron was in. Here he is, Robert Tuck. So I'm trying to get to, oh, hi, hey, there you go, right here. See, that's like I said. Wow, Charlotte County likes to hire freaking corrupt people. Perjury in an official proceeding. Hello? Perjury, another one. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Citizens complaint form. Let's see if it's in here. Okay, yes it is. So here's a person, they made the complaint. It was at Beef O'Grady's. If you live here in Port Charlotte, you know what it is. Fight incidents against Tory conduct of officer, claims officer is using steroids and underage drinking. And he was busted for all of it. So, wow. What a joke. Subject notification. Okay, there you go. He was told that, yes, somebody made a complaint. Okay, and the complaint letter, allegations. Final memo. Where is the story? It's in here somewhere. Like I said, this is big. This is 133 pages. Judas Priest. Come on, sustained. Another sustained. Notice of discipline. Administrative. Look at that. They were going to administrative leave with pay. They were even going to pay all that crap that I got busted for, and they were still going to pay him. Dude, what a joke. Okay, I am investigative report. Is this the story finally? Okay, here's the story. So this investigation stems from a complaint made by Tori McMillan, Charlotte County, Mid County Sheriff. The stated that ex-girlfriend correction officer Robert Tuck had made information regarding Robert Tuck involved in illegal activities. Stated he had been present while CO Tuck consumed alcoholic beverages and injected steroids into his body. Sergeant Norm Wilson obtained a sworn statement from Tori and dated corrections officer Robert Tuck for approximately 6 years. He just recently split up. He is currently dating Stacy Heron. While Beef O'Grady's a restaurant portion the week before, Tuck was with his girlfriend when a verbal and physical altercation transpired between Tori and Stacy. The Charlotte County Sheriff was called. The report was written. Miss reported that battered by Stacy Heron, Robert Tuck stood as innocent and did nothing. Miss McMillan went to Charlotte County Courthouse, attempted to file a restraining order on Robert Tuck. The information was reviewed and denied for insufficient evidence. Robert Tuck. You know, that's what sucks. I actually did this with my bad stalker neighbor, and before it was so hard to get a restraining order. It was not even funny. Now they had to actually touch and beat you. In fact, actually, you have it right here. She was touch and beat, and they still didn't give it. Anyways, now they know I'm going to beat the crap out of you before you can get it. So it's a little bit better. Since received a restraining order on her by Robert Tuck, then received a restraining order. Okay, look at that. Then it reversed. Robert Tuck did one on her. So isn't it neat? She can't get one, but he can. Wow, what a bunch of crap. Explained this order was from courts and could not help her with this. Wow. Reported during the relationship, witnessed him consume alcoholic beverages on several occasions, mostly when they were with friends. Would go on Harpoon Harry's on a Saturday night before a certain time this evening. For the bouncers arrived. When the bouncers arrived, he would ask them for identification. However, he did not have a card anymore and was already in the establishment. Who was underage, admitted to consuming alcohol beverages with Robert Tuck, stated they had been trying to obtain fake ID was going out of town. Miss McMillan further reported that he had been with Robert Tuck and purchased steroids from an individual who has been identified as Steve, who at the time worked at Gold's Gym. Wow. Miss McMillan knew he worked at a pharmaceutical sales representative. His family owns a pest control company. Okay. Miss reported she had married and recently had a baby. She described Steve as having blonde hair and being thick in build. Miss stated that she and Robert Tuck would go to Steve's residence, which was on a street somewhere off of Collingswood, would purchase a steroid, one vial, and was in a white box with a horse head on it, and pay approximately $300 to $400. Wow. She would witness several times inject steroids into his butt. She stated he would complain about the expense of the steroids and found out it was being ripped off on the price. But who do you go to when you're doing something illegal? However, was too scared to go anywhere else to buy it. Admitted to her mother had been using steroids. Admitted to smoking marijuana and drinking alcohol herself. A reviewed Charlotte County Sheriff case with deals complaining against mixed. Case is entitled Tori is being victim of simple battery. The case was cleared by lack of prosecution from the victim. The case was written by DFC Robert White. This case reflected the information was provided by Ms. McMillan. I reviewed the incident. Reported he was involved in an incident. Tori McMillan relays information that evening, advising him to obtain a restraining order on. Wow. Robert Tuck added that Tori was a revengeful person and would claim he was using illegal drugs and break the law consistently. I reviewed the temporary induction for protection against domestic violence with children was issued by Judge Wade and served Mark Kissinger to the respondent. Oh, wow, I know Mark. Yeah, this guy is, yes. He knew of all my corruption and did nothing. Mark Kissinger. Yep, the thick blue line of corruption. Norman Wilson obtained a sworn statement by Tracy Williams. Reluctant to give a sworn statement, didn't want Robert Tuck to get in trouble. Miss Williams reported Robert Tuck for several years, dated her daughter. Made a comment about the face. Robert had a lot of pot marks on his face. Say, wow, Robbie, your face looks really good. What are you doing different? Tori replied he quit using steroids because he can't afford them anymore. Tuck looked up at her and acknowledged her daughter's statement, which Williams did not Tuck to buy steroids in her present. Advised she was concerned about Robert not having any money. Tori would tell Robert was spending it on steroids. Said he had not seen Robert Tuck in a few months and was surprised to see a gain of approximately 40 pounds of muscle and weight in a short time. Miss Williams stated it was where he was underage and had witnessed Robert Tuck on several occasions consume alcoholic beverages. Nora reported Beefo Brady's. Tuck reported the incident through chain of command. He wrote in a statement claiming he was using drugs. Tuck advised she is disgruntled over the breakup. Tori McMillan is always accused of using steroids. Tuck said he has no proof he has ever taken any steroids. Had knowledge he had used marijuana in the past. Sergeant Wilson, if he had ever acknowledged her mother using steroids, Tuck denied. Tell Williams he used steroids. Tuck was asked about 40 pounds of which he gained, which he stated was a growth spurt. Oh my God. Sergeant Wilson asked if he knew Steve, and Tuck stated Steve Lang worked for pest control. He was a big guy and probably used steroids. Tuck stated he went over to his house, hung out, and left. There was no significance for the visit. Stuck in the pharmaceutical now worked for pest control. Sergeant Wilson asked Tuck if he had any large farm animals, which he denied. Tuck asked if he ever bought a needle from Tractor Supply warehouse, in which he stated he had no idea he could buy needles at Tractor Supply. Captain Gandy explained to Tuck steroid use was illegal if understood perjury. Tuck acknowledged he understood both. Captain Gandy Tuck used steroids. Tuck said he had never used steroids or purchased needles. The only pill he had ever taken was Andro, which could be bought over the counter. Captain explained he was subject to a drug test after the interview, in which Tuck acknowledged. Tuck acknowledged he had consumed alcoholic beverages occasionally. He advised he is 20 years old at this time. Tuck recognized that this was a violation of law. Tuck again denied using steroids. Sergeant Wilson asked Tuck if he had a locked box in which reference to. Tuck advised he kept money and jewelry in the box. Tuck asked Steve Lang, well, Sergeant Wilson. Tuck stated nothing to say about purchasing any type of drugs from him. Tuck stated Steve Lang was a personal trainer and trained him several times at Chick. Tuck admitted to Lang offering him steroids and stated he would get them if he wanted them. Instructed to Quetch Laboratory, submitted drug tests, escorted by his Tuck gave a urine sample and was sent to the lab. The results of the test was, oh gee, look at that, blacked out. Why? Why you can't let it be known that one of your people is corrupt? Tuck came in this charge and requested a meeting with Captain in-person meeting and resignation. Pollard Tuck stated he had lied in his statement and did not want to embarrass his family members who are currently employed at Surrey County. Oh my God, the whole family is there. Gee, wow. This is sad. This was forwarded to the human conclusion. Correction Officer Robert Tuck, by his own admission, did drink alcoholic beverages. The action admitted to supports the charge of violation of law. I recommend the charge be sustained. Correction Officer Tuck was asked if he used any type of steroid, in which he said no. Correction Officer Tuck was sent out to laboratory, submission of drug test. The result of the drug test was evidence against Correction Officer Tuck supports charged violation of law. I suggest is sustained. I further suggested charge of perjury. Wow. And he is a Charlotte County Sheriff who looked me up illegally. Wow. And then, like I said, this I'm going to go through it quick because I'm running out of time. This is how many more pages. I'm going to put a link. Just scrolling through. This is how much crap they had on them, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I will put a link. You guys can see it. The file is huge. I gotta go faster. My timer is going away. Isn't this great? Oh my gosh. This is one of your Charlotte County sheriffs. All this evidence for corruption, and this is just one of his busts. What do you think?